One of my favorite things to do on my day off is to find a local farmer's market and select fresh produce. And that's exactly what Italian foodie Shanti Accardi did before she headed home to prepare some tasty recipes.
When it comes to simple and delicious Italian meals, it starts with fresh quality ingredients. And nothing compares to your local market to select the finest. I'm Shanti Accardi, and when I invite friends and family over, whether it's a casual dinner or a big celebration, I like to impress them with some classic yet simple Italian dishes using fresh mozzarella. One of the best things about Italian cooking is most recipes only require a few key ingredients, like tomatoes, fresh cheese, olive oil, and basil. The key is to buy them fresh, and it's important to make sure you use top-notch ingredients. When you're only using a few, you need to use the very best. When it comes to selecting the perfect tomato, there are certain things you should look and feel for. Tomatoes should be free of blemishes, bruises, and a deep dark red in color. Tomatoes are often picked green and ripen in transit. These tomatoes tend to be bland in flavor, so buy local tomatoes from a farmer's market or vine ripened for a tastier tomato. A good tomato should be firm enough to resist pressure, but not so hard that it doesn't react to your touch. How heavy is it? A juicier tomato will be more dense. Smell the tomato. It should have a strong, sweet, earthy odor. The more fragrance, the more flavor. Now off to find some more ingredients for my family feast. It's known as a caprese salad in English, but in Italian it's called insalata caprese, originating from the island of Capri. It's served as a starter and antipasto, instead of alongside a meal, which is more typical in Italy. This is such a simple salad, which is why it's so important to use fresh ingredients. And that's why I always choose Galbani fresh mozzarella. And you can grab it from your favorite cheese store. Fresh mozzarella is the key to this delicious salad. Galbani fresh mozzarella is an artisanal cheese produced in the Fior di Latte tradition for over a century. It's Italy's favorite brand. It has been my personal family's favorite brand ever since I can remember. When I was a little girl, I'd come home after playing with the other children in the neighborhood, and my mom and my nonna would be preparing insalata caprese. And I remember going up to my nonna, looking up at her, "Nonna!" And my mom would be like, you're gonna spoil her appetite for dinner. And my nonna would be like, "It's okay, she liked the mozzarella." And I always have. Delizioso. Another delicious yet simple recipe using many of the same ingredients is bruschetta, made with Galbani fresh mozzarella and pesto. Bruschetta is another antipasto dish that has a long heritage in Italy. When Italian mothers had bread left over at the end of the day, they would save the crust and extra pieces and prepare bruschetta. By toasting and adding garlic and olive oil, the bread is flavorful and perfectly suited for your favorite toppings. Next, we're going to put the Galbani fresh mozzarella. The beauty about cooking is you can get creative. And that's what makes it fun. Due to the size of these crostini, I'm using cherry tomatoes. But if you had larger bread crusts or pieces, you could use larger tomatoes. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. This is going to be so good. And now we're going to be melting that delicious fresh mozzarella. As a final touch, garnish your bruschetta with fresh basil. Your guests will be so impressed.